What's going on, people? This is Vision. This vid right here is what my enemies and those people want, part two. Now, everybody knows on what's happening at this point, on how the drama is going, and all the videos that I made pretty much explain on their purpose on how they want. And at this point, they're now they don't want people to look at me on how the truth is, which is a tragedy that happened to me. They want people to, and my enemies, they want people to look at me on their eye like I was something that they wanted on me and then turned out by another girl, which is a complete lie because I've been straight the whole time. And what happened to me is a tragedy, and they don't like that. So if that is into play, they want people to look at me like, oh, well, that's gross. But that's gross on what they did to me. That's gross. That's gross on my, like I said, on my enemy Heather's part. And then what they want to do is change it up to where what Heather did to me is right. And then everybody, they put in their thoughts and they know it's like, well, that's not right on what Heather did. And then what my enemy F Scar did was just fraud me and take advantage just so he doesn't work and has money of the tragedy. Because, like I said, the tragedy that happened to me, money was made off of that. And so they don't want it to make it look like money was made off a tragedy on me. So what they did is just made up a whole bunch of stuff, fabricated a whole bunch of things, and then put together and invest money, paid people off so that way they could have their way looking on me. And like I said before, it's all because of also my enemy F Scar. And they say F Scar's way is better looking like, but F Scar was the way is coming up through F Scar, Oscar. But they want that. That's the way they want it. So if their way is not into play on me, then they want everybody to look at me as like gross. But it's gross on how they want me to be. That's gross. The real way, that's not gross. That's gross on the bald dude. That's gross on Oscar. Hector and Oscar. They're gross. That's gross what they did. Me, I'm not gross. What? Because I'm homeless. And this situation that I'm in, I've already told people this situation's already been into play way before my enemy F Scar was even on scene in 2014. So people need to actually get that and register that. And afterwards, they need to understand, okay, well, there was no payout because I've been like this before my enemy, and then they want to, like I said, wait till I go to sleep and do all these other things, create a clone of me, and then have that clone take over on stuff that I don't do. And that was the clone's dead already, long time ago. But what was is not anymore. So they're going off of that. So at this point, that's how they want it. And then F Scar, like I said, is still trying to take credit. Like, oh, well, how does he get this money? How does he do this money? I've been living off of government assistance, general assistance, aid, welfare, all that kind of, food stamps and stuff for a while. Even before F Scar came into the picture in 2014, I was getting assistance already. So my money was coming in that way. It wasn't coming in, and then contracting work when I would help out on doing my mother's when I was good for my mother doing stuff like that, and then you know. So it's just things where it's like how I get my money, and then also sometimes I sell electronics and stuff like that. So it's just these things. As the point is, Oscar doesn't have no control over my money. Okay, he doesn't give me any money, nothing like that. All right, so he's trying to take that person's trying to take credit over everything, and so when the truth comes out, and they're trying to say, "Oh, well, he's trying to make me look," no, 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 no. He's not trying to make me. He's just trying to take credit on everything. There's no. He's trying to disguise it by saying, making me, trying to make me look better. No, no, that's all wrong. That's all like more lies and stuff like that. He wants to. He doesn't. Nothing of mine is paid through him or anything. I get my money, like I said, through government or and that's owed to me. So, well, he pays with food stamps to get all this money through county and all this. Well, that's technically that's owed. The government owes that to me. So I don't see how that is really embarrassing at this point. Um, and that's actual facts there. So if somebody sees me using a food stamp card, the people are just be like, well, fuck, the government owes it to them anyway. So, but that's not a payout to the government. That's not, they still owe me. So it's like, it's basically kind of like, I don't know, I guess you could say like a hold off or something like that. I mean, I don't know. But the whole thing is, F-Scar does not take credit on anything I have, any money, nothing. He doesn't take, he just wants to just take everything. That's it. So, but that's what they want. They want me to come up through my enemy. The NorCal Masons, they're forcing, and they've always been forcing me to be good with my enemy. But my enemy lies and all that stuff and everything. So he's the type that he admits that he lies and everything like that. But then if something were to happen where it's like, okay, finally, so I have to be good with this person, and then that person's gonna lie, and then just they have it all figured out. So there's not gonna be no friends with that person. I'm not gonna be friends because I already know everything that's gonna happen behind that. Once that goes into play, if that were to happen, which is not gonna happen, I know what's gonna happen after that. So that there's never gonna be friends with that person. I'm never gonna be friends with that person ever. You know, they payout wouldn't be okay. I'm gonna be friends with that person. No, like I said before, payout would be they stop the fakeness on me. They leave me alone when I go to sleep. They lose. No one goes to court. Boom. That's what it is. There's no payout. Okay, well, you got to be friends with this person. You got to no, no, no. Yeah, and what my enemy's doing, F-Scar, they're hiding behind everything. They're hiding behind philanthropy. They're hiding behind gays. They're hiding behind. F-Scar is doing everything that person can, so they can. They're trying to wiggle their way out of what they're doing, and wiggling their way out is going through these. Okay, well, like this, and then they want to say I'm not creating peace, but this is my life, so it's wrong what they're doing. They're trying to create a leader through a tragedy that happened on me, and that's not right, and that's never going to happen. They're not going to succeed on what they did to me. They're not going to have what they want, and that's real right there. But they're going to push what they want, and if they don't have what they want on me, they want everybody to look at me as gross. When in the real fact, Hector's gross, Oscar's gross. What they're doing and what they did and all that stuff, they're gross. So at the end, so those ladies are basically playing dumb, trying to play stupid, and giving them getting an excuse for them. And then what they're doing is just all they're doing is keeping away the ladies. And see, I don't want to have to repeat any. I've made so many videos that talk about a lot of things and talk about the things that they're doing now. And I try to not double talk about it in other videos. I'll mention some things, like I said, but the whole topic of the video is not on that, because I've made videos that have topics, and they basically, if you watch all these videos, you're going to understand that, okay, none of it's repeated information and stuff. So this information right here is what they want on me, and how they, part two. So make sure you watch part one. Now you got part two. This is what they want. Remember, MySpace profile, post every day. YouTube channel, more than the post. Later, people. Vision.